The ocean fled in the night and left something breathing behind. At dawn, the harbor lay empty. Boats tilted awkwardly in the mud, like toys abandoned mid-game. The tide charts said nothing about retreating 3 miles. Fish flopped in shallow grooves where currents had been. Gulls screamed and circled confused. Out past the pier's broken shadow, something vast lay exposed in the seabed. A dark oval half buried in silt, ribbed like the underside of a colossal shell. It pulsed once, slow and deliberate, and a tremor passed through the mud, as if the earth had swallowed a heart beating beneath the ground. By noon, the town had gathered along the slick flats. The mayor shouted about freak currents. The sheriff warned everyone back. Nobody listened. A low vibration hummed through the ground, too steady to be wind, too deep to be machinery. I felt it in my teeth. Children stopped crying. Dogs lay down and would not rise. The oval shifted, shedding mud in sheets. A seam split along its length, leaking a faint pearled light that wasn't bright enough to see by, but bright enough to see the sick spreading across the faces surrounding me. People began walking, not running, not panicking, just stepping forward, shoes sinking into the muck, eyes unfocused. I grabbed my brother's arm and he shook me off without looking. The seam widened. Inside was not flesh or bone, but a corridor of light that curved away into something too large to fit beneath the sea. The hum thickened into a note that pressed against the inside of my skull. Someone laughed. Someone else dropped to their knees and crawled. The mayor waded out in his dress shoes and never looked back. The first of them reached the seam and vanished without a splash. No scream, no resistance. The mud did not reclaim them. It felt like watching moths find a porch lamp. I tried to shout and found my throat dry. The vibration climbed into my ribs and set my breath to its rhythm. The harbor bell began to swing on its own, ringing without wind, each toll matching the pulse from the thing in the flats. My brother stepped into the light and was gone. I followed 3 paces behind before I realized my feet were no longer answering me. The seam flared brighter. The oval exhaled a warm, briny gust that smelled like low tide and old storms. My mind split into 2 thin voices, one screaming to run, the other whispering that this was home, that the sea had only moved aside to make room. The bell rang again. The mud trembled. The light deepened into a tunnel that promised relief from gravity and weather and time. And as the hum filled my chest and set my heart to its slow, enormous tempo, and my entire world twisted and reformed after.